Hey, Matt.
Hi, Nick.
You want to guild some wars?
Yeah.
You want to war some guilds?
Is this the real thing?
This is the real thing for real.
Not beta?
No betas,
or...
no stress tests, no pre-purchase, head start sort of a thing.
Sure.
The game has been out for over a week now.
Yeah.
And I've played it a lot. Let's see how long I've played it. I've played it for 63 hours.
That's a lot of hours.
Yeah. Which is maybe not saying a super ton because I'm only level 36.
Yeah.
And I've only played the PvE part of the game, pretty much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't gotten into the PvP at all since it released for real.
Oh, okay.
I played it a bunch in the betas.
Yeah, well, we
and
had
I liked
a video
it,
of
but
doing
I've
some
just been
PvP
so
stuff.
enthralled by the PvE explorable world stuff that I haven't had the reason, the impulse to really jump into PvP yet.
Sure. Well, that's fine. We can do another video of PvP stuff.
Yeah. So I'm really loving this game. I'm loving this game more than I've loved an MMO probably since Burning Crusade era World of Warcraft.
Wow. That was a long time ago.
Yep. That was the last MMO I really loved.
Yeah.
And this game's really great. It's so good that there's really only two major problems that I have with it.
Really?
I mean, there's a bunch of little things here and there, but for the most part, there's only two overall issues that I have with the game.
I've got an issue with it. It's got spiders in it. Why do they have to keep making spiders in these games?
It's an RPG.
But
I'm gonna mine this spider. I'm actually mining that. But.
Spider made of rock. Yeah.
So it's a rock spider.
Yeah. So what are these issues?
The smaller of the big issues is that the game really needs more tutorial, or it really needs to tell you more upfront about what the game is and how you play it and how it's different than most other MMOs.
Okay. Because tutorial, I mean, nobody likes tutorials, and they're usually not very well done. But
right.
What exactly is unsaid in this game?
Well, a lot, actually.
Yeah.
The game kind of doesn't really tell you much of anything, really. I mean, there's like little pop-ups and stuff that none of them are gonna come up because I've probably seen almost all of them at this point, if not all of them.
Yeah.
Completely.
Well, yeah, you've played so much of it already.
But the
crazy jellyfish thing.
Yep. That was this game's equivalent of an elite.
Oh, okay.
They call them, I forget what they call them.
Well, there are some fundamental differences in combat compared to, like, say, a World of Warcraft.
Yes. Well, there are fundamental differences
in everything.
In basic game design philosophy, just basic game play philosophy in this game between the now otherwise very popular MMO formula.
Yeah.
The EverQuest World of Warcraft style deal.
Okay. Because on the surface, it looks just like any of those games.
With on the surface, and
bar at the bottom,
there's
and
the top bar at the bottom. They got little numbers on them.
Things, and
here's your chat window.
Looks like
here's your party display.
Looks like every other MMO.
Looks like a damn MMO.
Yeah.
Looks like a Mamorpaga.
But that's part of the problem, though, isn't it?
It is very much an MMORPG.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really promote the ways that it's different on a meaningful level.
Sure.
It does, obviously, there are very immediate things that are different about the game. First, like the most publicized thing being there's no quests.
Mm-hmm.
In particular, a lot of people like to say, well, there are quests, you just blah, 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 blah. And yeah, I guess.
yes and no, I guess. Yeah.
If you want to reduce it, you can say, well, yes, there are quests.
Yeah, you are getting things to do, and then you're doing them. You know,
yes. But the way they're presented is completely different.
Yeah.
Where'd that pig go?
It's MMO, you're killing boars, yeah.
Yep. And, you know, even, like, right now, I wouldn't blame anyone for thinking, well, what are you talking about, dude? This looks like any other MMO.
Yeah.
Even what I'm doing right now, I mean, I'm in a starting area here.
Mm-hmm. But the big difference, really, is there's more of an action component to this game, isn't there?
Well, that's the big difference to the combat, yes.
Okay. And that's one of the things that kind of goes unsaid.
I mean, that's one specific example as to how it's different, and a way that it's different that it doesn't specifically tell you about.
Mm-hmm. Because how is it different? Because you can dodge, right?
Yes.
And
not only can you dodge, but so you have a specific built-in dodge game mechanic. I just did that there. I double tapped and I did that little backflip. You can jump to the side. It's using up my endurance, or I forget what they call it down here.
Okay.
And then, so you have 2 slots, so now I can do it again. And then I gotta wait till it at least hits that middle bar there. And when you're in the middle of a dodge, you can't be hurt. You're basically invulnerable for that time that you're in that dodge.
Okay.
But besides dodging, besides the specific dodge mechanic, you can also just see that guy's gonna fire up. He's gonna do his invisibility thing.
Oh.
There you go. Come on.
Oh.
Let's get him to attack me.
Okay. We'll stop moving, and I'm sure he'll attack you.
Okay. Yeah, see, he swiped his paw there, but I moved.
Ah, yeah,
so it did not hurt me.
Yeah.
So, yes, it is action-y. It still isn't really Terra, and it's not, you know...
Yeah.
It ain't no God of War.
Kind of is, though, compared to World of Warcraft, where, well, you know, you just stand there.
It's more of a action RPG, really. And you do target things, but targeting is really more a means to aim. Yeah,
it's not like missile lock, you know, where it's gonna follow the enemy around. Yeah, because
if you target, the enemies can dodge too.
Yeah,
and if I target this guy with my fireball, the fireball has travel time, and if he's not there when that fireball lands, it's not gonna hit him.
Yeah. These guys aren't too fast, but
these guys are.
I know
really
what
fast,
you're saying.
But,
yeah. Now, all these things we were just talking about for the past 3 minutes, these are not explicitly explained to you in the game?
None of the stuff. It does pop up and tell you, hey, you can dodge stuff. Yeah. It doesn't really tell you why. And it doesn't even really tell you what that does exactly.
See, that's a big...
And it never tells you that you can not be in the area of an attack and evade that attack just by circle strafing.
Mm-hmm. That's really unfortunate because, you know, if you knew nothing about this game and you sat down and played it, it looks like an MMO. It looks like all of them. Yep. You know, just with the layout of all the controls and everything and all the stuff on your screen. So you probably wouldn't assume that there is that dodge element. Yeah. I wouldn't assume. I'd think it's like World of Warcraft, and you stand there and hit 1, 2, 3, and wait for cooldowns. Yep. You know, and reading reviews of this game, I kind of think some people are doing that.
Yeah.
Even people.
I've seen reviews of.
We respect and, you know video games. Kind of didn't get this game.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of it, and that's unfortunate. That's
some
bad bad, not game design, but just kind of game design, because they should have,
Right.
put some tutorial stuff in there to explain this.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
who were all these people? What's going on here?
I just joined an event.
Oh, okay.
This thing was just happening, so I just took part in it. Which, this is basically how the quests work in this game. There's these dynamic events that happen, and there's also...
It's really tall.
Not dynamic yet. It's a Norn. They're like Vikings.
So you can just be walking around the world, and all of a sudden this thing starts happening.
Yep.
We saw a little bit of that in our previous video in the beta, but
Yep. Oh,
hi
guys.
Hi guys. Crazy frog man.
I'm gonna drop some meteors on him.
Nice.
Oop! I just canceled my. Oh, there it
Yep.
There it goes. So yeah, I'm protecting the harvesters
Oh,
as they
are those big
collect
things?
fruit.
Oh no!
No,
what
it's
are
these
they? Oh,
guys.
those guys. Yeah. Okay.
The shields over their heads.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Now, and you didn't join a group. You
Nope,
didn't.
not in a group.
You just are there, and so are
Yep.
these people.
So I mean, that's the second biggest problem. Specifically,
That's a problem.
Well, no, I mean, all this stuff that we've been talking about.
Oh yeah.
Not having tutorials is the first biggest problem, which leads right into the second one, which is this game does not present its differences.
Which it should,
in a
because they're
meaningful
striking.
way.
You know.
Yeah, it really is quite different from a just philosophical design standpoint.
Yeah.
It isn't different in, a lot of people are giving it crap because it's like, oh, it's just another MMO. And, well,
It is.
yeah, if you're
another
going to reduce
MMO,
it
yeah.
that much, yes.
But-
it is another MMO.
Yeah.
But it's an MMO that...
The big birdie.
It's an MMO that... I'm going to kill a birdie.
Why? I don't kill the birdie.
Because there's a daily achievement.
You're mean. Killing birds.
Well, I gotta kill a bunch of different stuff. And also that bird, no one else killed the bird for a while, so the longer a mob lives, the more bonus XP you get.
Ah, interesting. Interesting. So,
But,
I guess the problem, the two main problems come down to the same thing, is that the game kind of sells itself short a bit.
Yes.
It doesn't... It doesn't advertise its uniqueness for whatever reason.
And that gets into the things that I love about it. The thing that I love about this game is that it very much emphasizes a lot of the things that I personally value in video games, not just in MMOs.
Yeah.
It emphasizes things that I play video games in general for. It emphasizes exploration. It emphasizes, interesting combat. It emphasizes customization of your character. It emphasizes teamwork and cooperation.
Yeah. But it does so easily.
Yes. Like, for example, one of the ways it emphasizes teamwork and cooperation is with that random event.
Yeah.
That I just happened upon there.
You didn't have to.
I didn't have to join a group.
Join a group, look for friends online, or
and everyone
team up
that
with
was
random people, and
everyone that was rolling around in that group, we weren't competing with each other for experience.
Yeah.
Everyone that did that event gets, well, depending on how long you took part in it, basically.
Sure.
You can't just, walk around. You can't just join one and not do anything.
Yeah.
The game knows that, and it will, like you saw, I got that gold medal for it. Because, it's really easy to get the full bonus for those events.
Yeah.
But if you just, walk around and kill, one guy, you'll get, a bronze or something. Or
but you're still not competing with anyone. It's,
right.
If you're there and so is somebody else, and
it's not like
shooting...
someone else doing better is going to make your reward worse.
Yes.
If someone else gets a gold, it's not going to make it that much harder for you to get a gold.
Yes, and that's true in the world in general, isn't it?
Yes. If someone rolled up and started attacking this guy that I'm attacking right now,
Yeah.
they would have gotten the exact same amount of experience.
Yeah, and they wouldn't
If they hit him one time or 10.
it wouldn't have affected your experience whatsoever.
Right.
You know.
We wouldn't be splitting the experience. I wouldn't have tapped the monster
Yeah.
so that no one else could get XP for it.
That's one of the silly things about World of Warcraft, is that
Yep.
even that trivial stuff ends up being competition.
Yep.
If you walk up to somebody and help them kill some guy, they probably won't thank you. They'll be mad because, you ruined it for them,
Well, yeah. I mean, if they had already were starting
Yeah.
to attack it, they'll be thankful. But
Yeah.
if you walk up and started attacking the monster first, especially if the monster was like a quest objective,
Yeah.
and then they don't get the quest objective,
Sure.
and they don't get the XP for it, they're gonna be pissed off.
Yeah. But that's so stupid because they have this big open world.
And that happened to me a bunch because
Yeah.
I like magic users and I like playing ranged classes.
Yeah.
So I played a mage in World of Warcraft, so I would be, just rolling around, spacing out, not paying attention, see my quest objective monster, target him, and then just throw a fireball at him, and then I'd have him tapped right before the melee guy that was like 5 feet away from them could get up within melee range, and then they would be super pissed off at me and start cussing me out in chat and all that kind of stuff. In that case, I'd always stay around and help them. But, that just... Resources are not limited like that in this game. It's the same with the gathering materials. That tree is still there for everyone else.
Yeah.
I don't see it anymore because I just cut it down.
Sure.
But if someone else is running up here and they saw me cut down this tree...
If you were in a group with somebody, yeah.
That guy's going to cut it down right now.
Yeah.
He's still going to get that tree. I did not steal that tree from everyone else.
Yeah, and then people don't have to wait for it to respawn.
Right.
Which is such a silly, arbitrary thing anyway.
It is.
Like,
Absolutely.
This
really
copper
dumb.
mine, or this copper vein won't reappear for 5 minutes. It's like, well, who cares? It's so stupid, That kind of needless competition is needless.
Yeah. That's not cooperation.
Yeah.
It's competition. Plain and simple.
That makes everyone in the world just insular, It's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to hang out with people or have people around me because they might take my stuff or kill my enemy,
Even in a party, even playing with friends. Like, if you're higher level, here's another perfect example of the way this game emphasizes the things that I love and enjoy. I'm in this, I don't know, it's the thing I gotta kill. See, I just did that little bit of damage and I got a bronze for it.
Yeah. That's for helping out.
Just for helping out.
Tiny bit.
And that's awesome.
So what now?
I'm in this starting zone. I'm in this lower level, and I'm down leveled to level 9.
Okay.
I haven't lost all my equipment, so I'm still kind of dealing a lot of damage to all this stuff, and sort of kicking some butt.
Yeah.
But I'm not... If I was in a party with a friend, I wouldn't be taking away their XP. Like in World of Warcraft, if you're in a party with someone much higher level than you, the person that's higher level gets all the XP.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they do that for balancing purposes, and so that you can't just power level someone else and roll with someone way stronger.
But that is an inelegant solution to that problem.
Yeah, and again, it just breeds competition.
Yeah.
Even amongst your friends.
Yeah.
And it just makes it so that you don't want to play with your friends.
Yeah, are people that competitive? I'm not. I mean, that's just silly.
So this is a heart objective thing I'm doing here.
What is that?
I picked this thing up, and I'm going to bring it to this person.
Live well.
Nope, not that person. Yep.
Is this
So-
like a quest?
This is like
Quote
the...
unquote?
oh, maybe they don't want that. Okay. So this thing is the equivalent to the more standard MMO quests, these heart quests or tasks, I think they call them.
Okay.
Is a specific name for it. And this stuff you get when you're in the area. As I hover over it, you can see down in the thing.
Oh,
telling
yeah.
me where the heart is. You get this meter, and there's a bunch of stuff you can do in this area to fill up this meter. So, and a lot of people that want to criticize, and you know, it's a valid point. They say that, oh well, you're just doing the same stuff that you're doing in every other MMO. You're killing X number of things and picking up X number of things. But the fact that they don't tell you what the X is makes a really huge difference.
Well, it kind of...
It really does. It puts it in a completely different context.
And it kind of makes you more invested in the gameplay, because you have to go find what the stuff is, you know?
Well, they tell you what the stuff is.
Yeah.
Help gather lavender, search sand piles, build scarecrows. But you can do any of those things to fill up that meter.
Okay.
So it's do
so you don't
X
have to
number
do, you don't
of...
have to do all of them.
Right.
Yeah.
It's do X number of any of these things.
Okay.
And, you know, some of them, the harder stuff, might fill up that meter a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a thing that they want? Yeah, I think so. So here's a gather thing. I picked this up, and I'm bringing this back. Nope.
Yeah.
That's just the thing to pick up.
Well, whatever, yeah. That's pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah. And that, again, that just emphasizes... Okay, yeah, that's the thing that they want.
Ah.
That just emphasizes the things that this game values. Oops, what am I doing? I'm attacking things. Oh, hey, everybody.
Got a crocodile fish party.
Just killing this mama crocodile and all her babies.
Yeah, that's nice, yeah. So, you said before that this game encourages exploration.
Oh, yeah.
How?
Well, after I
By
kill
killing
more of these
crocodiles,
crocodiles.
yes.
Go away. I don't play with you.
That was a cool move. When you dodge, like leave a trail of fire. Is that
Yep.
what happened? Yeah, that's neat.
And then
So then when they chase you,
me
yeah,
down
they
the
walk
trail
through
of
the fire. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that move a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I just did this heart quest. I
Oh,
just
okay.
finished it.
Sure.
And another cool thing is, so the reward for the heart quest is now I have a vendor that sells very specific stuff.
Oh.
And that's how you can get a bunch of cool equipment and gear and other fun stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, exploration. Every zone in this game has, and this is another thing it does not tell you, and this is a actually pretty big part of this game. And because other games don't emphasize exploration as much as this one does, you probably, I wouldn't blame anyone for not thinking that this was such a big deal. But it totally is, because every map has all these different things you can find on it.
Okay. What is all that stuff?
So it has it tells you exactly how many tasks there are.
And that's like what
So
you just
complete,
did?
Yep, you complete all the hearts for a map. There's waypoints that once you find them, you can click and teleport right back to them for a fee.
That's cool. Yeah.
And that's the travel in this game. There actually is no... I don't think there's any mounts. At
you
least
can't
I've
get
never
a
seen one.
big fucking dragon and hover around in Orgrimmar?
Nope.
Well, this game's stupid.
Yeah. And, see, some people don't like it because of that, because they can't,
They can't
whip out their EP.
be narcissistic and look at me, look at my dragon. It's fucking way better than yours.
So, yeah, this game de-emphasizes the EP competition.
Yeah.
Though it still has it in the PvP if you want it.
Yeah. But it's more of a...
But there's also no world PvP.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You know, World PvP is fucking stupid.
It is really stupid. Yeah. I hated World PvP and World of Warcraft.
I mean,
Well, we don't need to spend the video ripping on World of Warcraft. So what about exploration?
Well, a lot of other games have World PvP. It's not just World of Warcraft.
Well, I guess, yeah. That's the game I have the most experience with as far as MMOs go. So.
Yeah. It's...
You've got mud crabs.
World PvP, it's kind of a flawed premise.
Yeah.
If that was the point of the game, sure. But otherwise it's just fucking obnoxious.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially if you're not the dude that is gonna play nothing but that game and have
all that stuff.
Sweet loots and go gank low-level players all day.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Just for no reward, just to be a dick. Because it makes you feel like a big person.
Yeah.
Ruining someone else's fun.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Any game that has... I'm not interested in any game that has mechanics that are built to ruin someone else's fun.
That encourage you to be an asshole. Yeah. Yeah.
If you know, fine. If you love being an asshole.
If you're an asshole, then, you know, that's fine. But...
Alright, so back to exploration. So yeah, I just found this point of interest.
Okay, and that's just a...
It just told me,
like
hey,
a historical
this is
marker on the side of the road, like,
Yeah,
hey,
kinda.
a thing, you know? Let's go see what that is.
This historical, you know, busted down fort here.
It's cool.
This is, hey, you found this fort. And now over here, there's a vista. And a lot of these are sort of puzzles in that this one's really, really simple, but a lot of them are actually really complicated because it's like you see the point there,
Yeah.
you see it on your map, but it's not always obvious how to get there.
Every time I watch these, I think of the Assassin's Creed.
It really needs a bale of hate.
Yeah, when you're done, you gotta jump off, and yeah.
You can jump off, and
I wouldn't recommend it.
well, you'll take some damage, but even if you die from
took
fall
like half
damage,
your damage, yeah.
yeah, but even if you die from fall damage in this game, it doesn't hurt your armor. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I jump off anyways, just to die.
Yeah.
So,
what else is there?
but all
Is
this
that all of
stuff.
them?
There's also these skill challenges, which are things like there's one right there. It's a thing you can find. Let's go over and see if we can find that. It's a thing you can find, and it's actually a challenge. You have to do a thing.
Does it challenge your skill?
Yeah, well, not always, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes it's just... Sometimes the skill challenge is, again, kind of like the Vistas. It's just a navigational challenge.
Oh, okay.
And once you get there...
Gotta find out. Yeah, 'cause
Once you get
like
there,
on
there's just a thing you use. And
It's
then
like on a hill, and you gotta get up
Right.
there, yeah.
So it's just a reward for... Good job, you found out how to get here. And it's like, there's a lot of really hidden nooks and crannies in this game.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yep. So...
What's the fist mean?
That's the skill challenge. So I'm in the area here, and it's telling
okay.
me, skill challenge, defeat the ancient Maguma worm and its hatchlings.
Okay.
Looks like someone else started it already. Usually you have to, like, walk up to a thing and activate it.
Oh.
So let's see if we can do this guy by ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate these worms because they do that.
Yeah.
Cool, someone else is gonna join
nice.
me. So yeah, but once now that I
Crazy
found this,
laser sword.
yes. Once I have found this, yeah. Just to reiterate yet again, this game just. I started this and all these people jumped in because this game just emphasizes and rewards cooperation.
Yeah, and you're all
really
getting
awesome
rewarded
ways.
equally, and you know,
We're all getting rewarded.
everybody's happy. Yeah.
Everyone's happy. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
This is the way it really always should have been.
Sure.
Yep, and now we're done. And now that I did that, I get a skill point
Yeah.
to spend on my character to purchase a skill with.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. A lot of those worms around, yeah.
So yeah, and now I've got 2 of 7 skill points on this map. And it's keeping track of my overall completion of this map, and when you complete all of it, you get a huge amount of XP. And you get a chest with loot in it.
Wow.
And you also get quite a lot of loot.
Yeah.
Like, you get usually a weapon or a piece of armor. You get a ton of crafting materials that are appropriate level for that map. You get other, like, fun little things, like little transmutation stones that let you make your gear look like another piece of gear, but keep the stats.
Oh, sure. So yeah, to make a long story short, the exploration is definitely
exploration
emphasized
is
and
huge.
Rewarded. You know, it rewards you, the player.
It is a very big part of this game, and it's not a very big part of most other MMOs.
No.
I mean, you can get some achievements in World of Warcraft, and I did all those achievements in World of Warcraft because I love exploring.
Yeah.
And it still has, like, the World of Warcraft or EverQuest or whatever. See, now I just did that style. Just walked over this invisible line, and this area of the map is revealed to me, and I get some XP. But that's not necessarily counted in the bonus, in the map completion, but you do have to do that in order to see everything you need to complete, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, all of these things that this game emphasizes are things that I love about video games, just in general. And things that I love about role-playing games. See, and also, they put the role-playing back in the game, the RP back in the G. I filled out that heart, and they send you a little thank you message.
That's cool.
And they're always actually pretty well written. I like reading them. And there's even, like, there's NPCs milling about that you can talk to, and lots of times they actually have stuff to say. Like little bits of, like, interesting bits of lore. And, you have, this sort of, not really morality, but it sort of keeps track of your, I guess, alignment. It's sort of like an alignment.
Okay.
Except like a D&D alignment, except not really, because there is no good and evil part of it. It's these three different charisma, dignity, and ferocity.
Yeah.
And there are different things that you can choose in conversations with NPCs that will give you points in this stuff. I end up choosing a lot of dignity stuff, so I am a noble.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You look noble. With your big ears and your...
I'm a noble little Yoda man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I end up playing this game because of all the exploration and because of all that stuff. The general flow of this game, just let her sit in your lap.
Oh, she keeps moving around and poking me. She won't just lay down.
Over the last 30 minutes that we've been making this video here, one of our cats insists on jumping up in Matt's lap. Disrupting the video every time.
Yeah.
So the general flow of this game, when I play this game, I find the general flow being closer to an Elder Scrolls game than any other MMO I've ever played. Because I tool around, I find a new area, I'm like, oh, what's this? What's this thing? What's this thing over here? Oh, there's a thing on my map up there, I'm gonna go see that. Oh, this is cool. And, you know, it would be one thing also if there was all that stuff mechanically, but artistically, the game is fantastic as well.
Yeah.
Like, you really want... And it looks this good artistically, and I have it set at, like, medium settings here. For the sake of
just
recording
for the sake of the video. Yeah.
It can look a lot better. And it scales well. Now the kitty's in my lap.
Gonna sit in someone's lap, doesn't care who. Yeah. Yep. But even... there's, like...
So it's like, yeah, I'm
tiny
gonna go...
little details all over the world that...
Whoa, hey guys.
Hi. Tiny details that stuff people don't even pay attention to, and it's...
Yeah.
You know...
It's
beautifully
really well
modeled, and, you know, yeah, it's...
these guys are...
No, you got some backup.
Whoops. Not that guy. What is that? See?
Yeah.
RPing.
Yep. That's total
cool.
Elder Scrolls stuff.
Yeah,
You know,
I
you
just
found
found a
someone's journal. Yeah.
All right, cool. My dreams seem to be my own. That's cool.
That's cool.
I didn't have to read that. It wasn't part of the quest, but it's there. They took the time to make it and put it there. That's great. And, you know, I discovered that by like, oh, there's a point of interest up there. I'm going to go up here, and I'm like, ooh,
Sure, yeah.
what is this? This cool little, funny little huts. There's a dude sitting here. What's this guy got to say? I don't know.
Find out.
Cool.
Got some XP for you, yeah.
Apparently I
Got a medal.
was helped out in an event there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and I just did my daily achievements. I just finished my daily achievements while we were making this video.
Oh.
And now I got some more XP, some
Nice.
money, and a mystic coin that I can use for forging stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you like this game, I think.
like this game a lot.
What, if there was one thing to take away from this video, is that...
Yes. I like this game. Yeah, basically, to sum it all up, too long didn't watch. Though, I guess if you're at this part, if you did watch it already.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Maybe I'll put a link, TLDR, to this section. TLDW. I love this game because it is an MMO that kind of fulfills the promise of what I thought MMOs were going to be like 15 years ago. It brings the role-playing game back into the MMO.
Okay.
It brings the game back into the MMO. It's
Sure.
not just a linear grind to the top and then an EPing competition.
Mm-hmm.
It is a giant RPG that you're playing with thousands of your friends.
Yeah. Well, I guess to sum up the summation, this game doesn't waste your time. This is, you know, you are actively involved in this game in ways you aren't in other MMOs.
Yeah.
This game respects your time and makes the time you spend in this game worthwhile.
Yep.
And that exploration stuff is a perfect example of that.
I don't know that that's really a summary of my summary.
Okay. That's my summary.
It's a valid, you know, ancillary point. Actually, I think your summary ties into my summary.
Okay. Well, then you can summarize your summary.
I mean, you know, like, it does things like a real video game does.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If this game was offline, you'd lose some of the crazy, like, giant events. Maybe they could populate it with NPCs or something. Mm-hmm. And it still might have some of that impact. But if this game was offline, it'd still be rad.
Yeah.
It'd still be a really good game. In fact, if it was offline, it'd probably be the biggest, like, offline RPG, single-player RPG ever made. But it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And... Alright, I'm gonna make this one last point. And then we're gonna be done.
Okay.
Another criticism I've seen is that, oh, well, it doesn't, you know, emphasize playing with other people, and, you know, you don't have to make parties, and blah, 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 blah.
But it does emphasize playing with people.
Playing with other people.
It just makes playing with other people easier.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to form parties.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go
But
through all
you
that.
still can.
Well, yeah.
And even if you want to, it's super fun to do that, because I've totally, multiple times, rolled around with friends that have not played it as much as I have, and their characters are lower level.
But we can still
play
do the same
together,
stuff. Yeah.
because it's going to down level me, and I'm not going to be rolling through everything and taking away all of his fun.
Yeah.
It's still going to be an interesting challenge for me, while maybe a little easier than it was when I was originally in that area.
Yeah, but
Or
still
not even necessarily originally in that. I've never been in this area before this video.
Yeah.
Well, a little tiny bit, but you know.
Yeah.
This is a bunch of new stuff to me.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, there was some I still had to think about what I was doing a lot of times. I wasn't just, you know, one-shotting everything as I'm running past it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I don't care what anybody says. That's not fun.
No, no.
Shut up.
It is boring.
That is boring as hell. It may make you feel like, you know, a big man, I guess, but come on.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like a big man because you sat on your ass.
Yeah.
There's no skill involved in that.
No, no. Ooh, jellyfish.
Oh,
Angry jellyfish, yeah.
I do not want to be stung by jellyfish. Jellyfish things suck.
Yeah.
You ever been stung by a jellyfish?
No.
Oh, it's awful.
I've heard stories though.
I mean, it's, you know, it's not super bad. So some of them are worse than others.
Well, yeah. Well, some of them will kill you, but yeah, some are. Yeah.
At worst, it's like a really bad like hornet sting or something. I got one once in my on my leg.
Oh.
And like the whole calf of my leg was numb for like half a day afterwards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
But okay,
That has nothing to do with the game, but that's fine. Yeah.
Guild Wars 2 is fantastic.
Much better than a jellyfish thing.
Yes.
If that is a thing to take away from this video. If you're given a choice between getting stung by a jellyfish and playing Guild Wars 2, definitely go with the Guild Wars 2.
Back of the box quote for you.
Yep.
Player 1 loves Player 2 says Guild Wars 2 better than a jellyfish thing.
It's a ringing endorsement. Yeah. Well, all right. I think that sums it up.
Yep.
Let's call it a video.
Okay, it's a video.
Yep. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, everybody.